right, hey, welcome to the One Podcast with Adventure Through Them All, episode number 170, the big 170. We were getting close to Devin's weight, but he pushed the goalpost back a little bit, so we're still getting there though. But I'm the Beast Snow for this episode, joined today by Jordi, Jake, Cody, and the magnificent man himself, Devin.
Magnificent Beast Snow.
That's a nice jersey you got there. We have a great episode for you guys. Devin is going to give his news, as always. A lot to catch up on, I hope. We're going to hit the gym. Jake's Power Hour. We're going to see what game he's been playing over the last couple weeks, and then we're going to talk about what we've been playing. I've been playing Rise of the Ronin. I'll tell you how I feel about that.
Yes.
I will give you 100% honesty. For sure. And then we're hit the Shadow Realm and see what the Shadow knows this week. It's probably going to be X-Men. X-Men. That's all I got to say.
Probably.
And then we're going to talk some wrestling. WrestleMania 40, the biggest WrestleMania of all time, happened over the weekend. We all got together, watched night one. We're going to talk about it. And then we're going to crown our TOPTERTA Pick'em champion after WrestleMania, see how we did in the standings and all that. And then Jordi is back again. He's going to tell us what we got wrong throughout the episode. He's going to set us straight. You know what I mean. But first, let's do some laundry here. Go support the podcast. We're on Twitter, X, at TOPTERTA. You can, find us there, follow us for all the goings-ons on the podcast and what we're doing. YouTube.com/@TOPTERTA. Go subscribe, please. Nutball is still on the horizon.
Yes, I'm ready to play.
Me too.
I'm ready to start our championship series.
And then, if you like the audio aspect of this, you can go support us on Spotify or iTunes, Follow, like, subscribe. Rate us. Do that. Are we ready to start?
Always ready.
All right. Before we can get into that episode, we got to play a little game called Do You Knowuh TOPTERTA, where I'm going to ask you guys a question. We're going to have a little discourse, argument. Just have a little banter. All right? It's funny that me and Devin are wearing these because I'm going to ask you guys this question. If you had to put together a five-a-side team, including yourself in that team, using only anime characters, which four anime characters would you pick?
For what kind of a team?
A five-a-side team.
Five-a-side? What does that mean?
Oh, like five on each side.
Right, but we're playing soccer.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, soccer.
So you're already on the team. Whatever position
I feel bad for my team.
Whatever position you put yourself in, and then four other characters.
Go with Goku, Naruto. Go Luffy because he got those long arms. Can stretch out.
Definitely useful in soccer.
He can stretch out his legs too, I think. And Gohan.
Hold on, I got 3 of the 4. I'm almost there.
All right, so I'll go Shikamaru. We'll go with Natsu from Fairy Tail. I can't remember his actual name. I think it's Engine. No, what the hell is his name?
Engine is what cowboys called Native Americans.
Okay. Mirio Togata from My Hero.
Oh, you mean
more.
I see. I saw what you're. Okay.
With Devin. One more, eh? Go with no, Sanji. Definitely Sanji with from One Piece.
He's got some good feet.
He does indeed.
That's some good feet.
And he has the fight in him.
You go, Jordan?
Not yet. You still working on yours?
No, I'm ready.
You go ahead, because I can't decide on my fourth one.
All right. I would go. Are we wanting positions too?
I mean, I was gonna do positions, but you know.
Well,
Oh,
all right.
I don't know what positions are, so
I'm well, offensive or defense? Offensive, obviously, right? Listen. Obviously, I'm playing striker. Obviously.
I mean, yeah, that's what I thought.
At midfield, Meguru Bakura. Okay. Left winger, Renitoshi. Right wing, Yuichi Isagi. And then Kinyu Yukimiya. Yep. That's my 5. And my 5 my 4 are probably the best because they're all from Blue Lock.
Going with Cinderace from Pokemon, Luffy, Shikamaru, and Yoruichi from Bleach.
That's
Was that 3?
hilarious.
Those 4.
Was it?
I'm glad you're on the Shikamaru train with me.
I need somebody that can strategize.
Yep.
All right.
Got some soccer players.
So obviously, I'm playing up top, number 9, the striker position. But in goal, I'm putting Luffy because he can stretch when he needs to. My 2 defenders would have to be probably. I would go Frieza and Piccolo. Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
My two
Piccolo can
midfielders.
also stretch.
My 2 midfielders. I'm gonna have to put Mr. Zoro up there and Kinnikuman.
From Ultimate Muscle.
Of course.
Good.
So
Oh yeah.
That's funny. I cheated.
what do you mean you cheated?
I just used the main characters from Blue Lock.
It's fine. Hey, you know? We're just having a
You're
little
a
fun.
cheater. We get it.
We're just having a little fun back, you know, from our vacation, so it's okay.
Mm.
But now it's time to lock in because we're gonna hit the news and Devin's gonna give it to us. All right.
This is TOPTERTA News with lead anchor Devin Blair.
Pocket Pair, the makers of Pal World, they say there will be a massive summer update. And part of that massive summer update is going to be an arena mode PvP mode. Saw a sneak peek, I guess, but it really kind of gives it all away, so I wouldn't call it a sneak peek. You're just in an arena, full team, against somebody else's full team. Like shooting their pals, shooting them, just attacking everything.
Sounds
I
pretty fun.
don't think you're going to be able to control all 6 of them at once. So I don't know how that works, but you know, you're all in there fighting. I touched on this in the GameStop when we were together, but Shadow of Mordor was originally a Christopher Nolan Batman game, somehow turned into Lord of the Rings. And I saw a couple screen grabs from it. Did not look as good as Shadow of Mordor, but of course it was obviously very early stages. In 2023, So, last year, over 60% of gaming was spent playing games 6 years old or older. Sure, hey, most of that. I was thinking about, and maybe this isn't the time to talk about it, but with gaming preservation being so prevalent and the Nintendo servers shutting down, which online play for all 3DS games now offline. And so that means any games you bought, or any DLC you bought, anything like that, cannot access anymore. So it started me thinking, like, what about like in 20 years, I want to hop on the PS5 and I want to play like Rise of the Ronin, for instance, or Elden Ring. I just won't be able to anymore because those servers are down. But if you had the disc, you could just pop it in and play. But then start thinking about what about like the games that need internet to be able to download. Like you will need the internet, period, to be able to download the game Star Wars Outlaws. Those things suck. Just a thought I had, not to veer off topic.
Yeah, because that's even with the like actual physical disc version, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So stupid.
Yes, it is. Speaking of Star Wars, the next Star Wars movie, The Mandalorian and Grogu, is scheduled for release May 22nd, 2026. Long time. Xbox is moving full speed ahead on next gen. And they did announce the formation of a game preservation team. I don't know what this means for the future of game preservation, really. But I hope it's good. As a proud Xbox owner. For $80, if you have $80, which is more than the price of this game, in Call of Duty, you can get the Godzilla Kong Beast Glove melee weapon. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. I do know it's $80.
Apparently, it is not worth it.
Oh, I would say $80 probably not worth it for an in-game item, period. Ever. I would think. I don't know.
Especially since not only is it an in-game item, it's an in-game item that if it ever gets too good and too used, they will just nerf it and it'll be useless.
Show money, partner. Speaking of, Call of Duty banned 27,000 cheaters last week.
Damn.
Damn.
I
It's a
wasn't
lot
one
of
of them.
cheaters. Nah, me neither. Touched on Star Wars Outlaws a little bit earlier. The full story trailer, not full story, the story trailer was released. It did look pretty cool. It comes out August 30th, the whole game. Didn't mind it. I love that it's open world.
But there's a female.
Oh my god, there's also a frog person and a Chewbacca and
I don't want to play as a female character.
Background.
Joe
Oh my
Biden's
God.
changing us.
I'm so hurt. Yeah, I couldn't care any less. As long as she's hot. Larian Studios. They what, Cody? You like hot women?
Attractiveness does not make me oblivious to shitty people.
Oh,
But I'm glad you have that superpower.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just want her to be hot. Larian Studios will probably release their next game in early access as well. Now, keep in mind, this is a long way away. They just said, for the benefit of all involved, they want feedback, probably whatever their next game is, which will not be D&D, release in early access. The Xbox 360 store is closing on July 29th, 2024. So you better get your Gears of War, you better get your Lost Planet, you better get your Viva Pinata, get all that now.
It's on
Get
Game
out of
Pass.
there. Oh. Rest in peace. I have a rumor. Are you ready to be roomed?
I am.
Room me.
Jared Padalecki might join the boys.
Wouldn't that be
Great.
some hilarious shit?
I know Jordy's loving it. Seeing us out, the boys already has Bobby as the president and Dean as fucking Mr. America, Hulk Hogan himself.
No, it's
Jared
Soldier Boy.
Jared will fit right in. He'll probably be I don't know, he could be whatever he wants, honestly. Great actor, great physique. You know,
Great hair.
Favorite?
great hair, great hair.
Probably be brooding in some aspect.
Dean. Wolverine has a comic accurate mask in Deadpool and Wolverine.
All that. I'm excited.
Did you see the picture?
Yeah. Well, I saw the cup, but yeah.
Has white eyes and everything. Hey, the Jon Snow show just not happening. Yeah, he said, I have no idea what to do. You know, he said something about Israel and Palestine. You know, didn't really look into it,
Oh, that's
but he
why.
did. Oh, well,
I thought it was they couldn't come up with an idea for the
hold
show.
on. Let me. So that is what was said, but he followed it up with saying, "What are you gonna do? Like wildlings just coming and fighting you? It'd be like Palestinians going into Israel or Israelis going into Palestine and just fucking fighting and killing each other. Like that's all we can do. So we're not doing anything. I guess we have no ideas.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All right.
That's a bullet point of what I read that he said. Yeah. Hey, Cody, I know you're throwing down right now. You're slaying that spire as hard as you can, as long as you can, as thick as you can, and as quick as you can. And that's good because Slay the Spire 2 was revealed today at the Triple I Initiative.
Oh, it looks fucking good. Did you happen to look up anything on it?
I did not. I was
So
working while it happened.
there's a new character. I can't want to say it's called the Necrolich or something like that. That's what it's called. But it's replacing the robot, the defect. But the Ironclad and the Silent are back. I'm very excited. Early access starts next year sometime, so I will definitely be getting in on that.
Hell yeah, you love to hear that. Moving on to Pokemon stuff. So the Pokemon World Championships, or the dates were announced. They will be August 16th through the 18th in Honolulu, Hawaii. And the GOAT is back at it because Tord Reckliffe won EUIC with Charizard EX on the TCG side. And Snow was right when we were talking about it in the car. Tord was in the finals, but we saw like top 48 Masters or whatever. He played Isaiah Bradner in the finals. World-renowned cheater extraordinaire.
That'd have been a terrible finals.
Anyway, Nils Dunlop won the VGC side with Urshifu, Porygon 2, Ursaluna, Amoonguss, Incineroar, and Fluttermane. I believe that's his first win. He seemed pretty excited up there. Always happy for folks like that. You love to see it. We love Pokemon around here. And on to you, somebody, because that's all I've got.
That's it.
It?
That's it. That was a lot.
Well, if I may, I only have a couple things actually. If you would let me. If you'd let me.
Yeah, I would love if you did.
I heard this somewhere. I didn't write this down, but I heard that Netflix might be picking up heels,
Ooh.
but
Yeah.
it's complicated.
I can finally watch it.
Like
I watched the first. Me and Jordy watched the first season.
like actually like doing the show, like season 3 or whatever.
That'd be cool. I really liked the first season.
But I have a delay.
Of course.
I know this really hurts everybody, but This movie has been delayed to September 26th, 2025, and that is Saw 11.
Oh, damn.
Damn. If
More
only.
Lionsgate. At the CinemaCon panel, Lionsgate announced that it's going to try and partner with Blumhouse to have a remake of the Blair Witch Project.
I'm kind of over that.
Why would when it
Let
first?
me ask a question. Has anybody seen Blair Witch Project 2?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. That movie's fucking hilarious in like all the wrong ways.
So bad.
It's hilariously bad. Like
Blair Witch Project 1 was like, okay.
yeah.
Here's why.
Yeah. So, go on.
Here's why a remake does not make sense. The first one, when it first came out, nobody knew if it was real or not.
Exactly.
Why would you want
Apparently, I watched a little documentary on it, and the actors in the movie didn't even know if it was didn't know their script or anything like that. They were just given pointers on what to do, and then given a camera and said, "All right, go in the woods."
So remaking that would be like, oh well, it's obviously fake, so we're just gonna watch something that's not found footage or whatever.
My mom still won't watch that movie to this day.
It scared me when I was a child.
It scared me when I was a kid too, man.
Here's my mom, and she's 40-something.
It's like the same thing with Paranormal Activity. Like, the first one was good. It was cool. It was a great new concept. And then after the second or third, you're like, yeah, okay.
Let me tell you what I loved about the first Paranormal Activity. When they put the baby powder down, and then they're just chicken feet in there. That's easily my favorite part of that movie. It's so good.
But yeah, that's my news.
I got some things.
Okay.
For fans of Mortal Kombat 1, bullying worked again, so keep doing it. When they initially showed the combat pack of who all was coming in it, they had an Ermac that looked very mummified and boring, and a lot of fans said that he was just too simplistic and boring looking. Well, they completely remade him, and now he has a mask and looks awesome and glows teal. So
Yeah, except it's bullshit that he's DLC at all. So
it is. He
DLC
should always be a part of it, but
DLC should be for new things only. It's fucking stupid,
I
dumb, idiotic, and money hungry from company make creators like Tekken with Eddie Gordo, Ermac with Mortal Kombat. It's dumb. I don't like it. I'm not gonna like it.
But they've been doing these combat packs for fucking ever now, so
That's why I don't buy fighting games anymore.
it's hard.
Fighting games used to be my number one game, like my type of game.
Yeah,
You just bought Tekken.
Oh my god, you're right.
I definitely got I wanted to buy fighting games much less when Marvel vs. Capcom 3 did the whole thing where they're like, oh yeah, all of the characters are on the disc, but you have to pay to unlock them.
I hated that game.
Fuck you. Speaking of money hungry, EA is increasing the price of their subscription for
I don't
EA
pay for
Play.
that shit.
How much?
So the standard tier is going from $4.99 to $5.99 a month.
Oh my god, I can't have that dollar.
The year in advance is going from $20.99 to $30.99 or $39.99.
Well, that's not bad for a year, I suppose.
The pro tier is going up by $2 a month or $20 annually. But yeah, so that's the thing for that. And then what was my other one? Sorry, I just had it. Where'd it go? Oh, there's a new Prince of Persia coming out called The Rogue Prince of Persia. It is a side-scrolly. They showed it off a little bit today. It's more of a roguelite, but it looks very fluid and cool, and I'm excited about that. And then also a little bit more gaming news. V-Rising showed off the Legacy of Castlevania gameplay trailer. So that's kind of cool to get a big crossover for that.
Interesting.
And I think that's all I got.
Oh, thank you, Cody. All right, we're going into the gym in Jake's Power Hour. Let's lift some weights.
Let's go, J Dub.
That's me, your boy, Lil Cock. Lil Cock. I started playing Rise of Ronin, finally. After haven't beaten Dragon's Dogma 2 yet. Not done with it, but it's a long game. And I wanted to try Rise of Ronin out. I haven't gotten super far into it yet. But I really, really like the combat in it. The combat in it is crisp and clean. And all the different fighting styles is fun. I'm currently rocking the Odachi. That Odachi's out there Odachiing it up. One with the killer, like starting class or whatever. Stance, I guess. I don't know what it's called. The Veiled Blade or whatever.
What?
How you pick at the beginning what like your class is?
Yes.
What's that called? Just your class?
Your I mean, basically, it's something like your veiled edge.
That's what I said.
All right.
So yeah, I went with Killer because, he out here killing people. The story so far is pretty good. I haven't gotten super far, but I'm enjoying it. It's going to be a fun game, I think. I'm excited to get further into it, and I want to hear what my boys, Jordi and Snow, think about it.
Yeah.
You've already talked about it, Devin.
Yeah. Yeah.
In depth, even.
Fuck me, all right, go on.
Oh my God.
I've been enjoying it. I'm super OCD, so I like any game that gives me a million things to do and work on, and just mindlessly play the game. So that's a big perk for me. I also like that you can they have the system where you can be wearing certain clothes but have the benefits of others.
Transmog.
What's it called?
Transmogrification.
Trans communication, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Don.
I mean, I don't think I've gotten far enough into it to give it a proper review. But I do enjoy the game. I like the combat. It's different, and I was a little frustrated with the system at first, just trying to get used to it. But now that I know what I'm doing and what to look for, I like the combat. It's a solid 4.5 out of 5 for me right now.
That's high praise coming from Jordi. Well, I have been playing it as well. Apparently more than Devin, because Devin's just looking at the sights and the scenery, not playing the missions.
Angel scenery.
I'm just kidding, Devin. I don't know how many maps or are there. Do you know? Anybody know?
Nope.
Technically 4.
So I'm on the third.
I didn't
one.
even know there was more than one.
Yeah.
Yeah, these maps are pretty big, and then
Yes.
I just made it to my third map. I still do love the combat in it, but it's the counter spark's kind of still messing me up a little bit. But you know what? It is what it is. There's tons of like weapons and armor stuff you just get like out of nowhere, which is great. It's not something that I hate. I'm not IGN or anything like that, but because you can sell it off or dismantle it for stuff. Love that you can have bonds with people, and go to tons of missions to do and photographs, cats, everything. So far, I'm enjoying it. 9 out of 10 for me.
I also want to throw in that I really like how you can change your fighting stance with your weapon. That's been fun to play around with.
Did you not play Sekiro? You probably didn't play Sekiro, did you?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I did not.
you do that a lot in Sekiro, but
I know there's like a small version of it in Ghost of Tsushima. But it's not nearly as in depth.
No, I think in Ghost of Tsushima you get like 3 different stances. Period.
Yeah.
In Rise of Ronin, each weapon has multiple stances, and the katana alone has like 20.
Right.
yeah, I've been rocking that great sword because it's my best one that I've been using. So
Yeah, I've been using an Odachi, but I didn't. So I equipped it because it had insane power, but I didn't read the fine print, and it also ups the damage I take. So
Oh,
I've been trying to get a new Odachi, and it's just been not working out. So I haven't died or anything, but I take way too much damage.
now, since I've been using the great sword, will I only get like better great swords?
No, I don't think
That's all I've been
what you
getting.
have. Yeah, I don't think what you have has any bearing really on what you get, because I have not. Like the big treasure chest, everything in the big treasure chests you find is like set already. Like that's not random. So, and everything else you find, you just is kind of whatever. Because I end up with like 100 every weapon of every type.
Because I mean, anything that's better is always like the weapon that I'm using at the moment. So
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to try
But
something else, but I want
I'm
to lower
gonna
my
need to
attack.
try. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you there. You don't want to lower that attack because it's fun doing all that damage.
I do like that you can, some choices have some,
Consequences.
consequences or effects to what you do. So that's
Yeah.
a plus.
I killed that first guy, right? The first like boss you fight with the Odachi, and I chose to kill him. Like he gives you the option,
Mm-hmm.
and lost him for the rest of the game. So I did not get a new Odachi stance. That's much stronger than the base one you get.
Yeah. So depending on if you kill somebody or spare them, you can get them as a partner or
Yeah, you can
just
be
not.
friends with them later. And remember, nobody. I don't think I even mentioned this when we talked about it a couple weeks ago. You can do the Testament of the Soul to go back in time and redo anything, and see things you may have missed or possibly change outcomes in the future at any time.
I haven't used that yet, but
Yes, you have. You had to.
well, I mean, when you had to, but
Yeah. I mean, I haven't either, other than when I had to. But yeah. Cool thing though.
Yeah. Cody, I know you haven't been playing Rise of the Ronin.
I have not. But I have played so I was playing the original Nioh. I haven't really talked to you guys about that yet. I played it a long time ago and hadn't beat it, so I wanted to go back and like get through it. Started up the save file. Had no idea what I was doing. Decided to start it over, and got pretty close to back to where I was. But then I realized that I had Nioh 2, so I stopped playing that, and then I started playing Nioh 2. And I've already had to start that twice because I don't know how I fucked up, but my save file got fucked up on the first attempt, so I started over. Nioh 2 was definitely a massive upgrade to the first one. It is also much harder.
Harder than the first one. That's good.
Yeah. I don't really pay attention to the story of it too terribly much, but this whole game is set before the first one. So all of your demons and stuff like that are stronger, and you're getting into the more of like the origins of the demons and the yokai and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty cool. You can turn into a demon yourself, which is cool.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. Like I said, it's definitely harder, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Because it feels more like an actual Dark Souls game. That it's just it's rough,
Harder.
but once you get there and once you figure it out, and listen, for anybody who has like always wondered like what tips and tricks people can have for those types of games, 95% of the time, dodge left is the best thing that you can do. For whatever reason, they almost always put the attacks in to where if you're dodging the left, you're good. You are solid. Good rule of thumb to always work out for. But I'm excited. I as usual in all of these games that I am using the Kusarigama. It's always been my favorite type of weapon, and that's what I pretty much always stick with. So what I'm doing for this as well. And yeah, it's good. I'm excited to play through it more. I'm on like the third mission, fourth mission. But I'm excited to see what more is out there until I can get to getting Rise of Ronin myself. Because I do definitely want it eventually. I just, life.
Just wait till Black Friday.
Yeah. That'll probably be about the time that we're looking at. That's about the time frame. But, yeah, I'd give it. Right now, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. There's really not much that I have wrong with it that I'm like, it's great, love it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nioh is the only game I've ever thought like this is too hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When I went back, like I showed you the picture, beating the fucking bat lady again in the first one, I was like, Jesus Christ, why did I start this over?
Yeah. It's the only game I've ever played. I was like, why? This is really just like too hard.
It's rough. Because like the enemies will kill you in one hit, and it does not matter what level you are. It literally doesn't.
The way to fighting the bat vampire is atrocious.
Yeah, because she's not one that you just get a shrine nearby and you're perfectly fine.
You do
gotta
not.
walk like half the map to get to her.
You have to crawl up go upstairs up the side of a mountain with a fucking demon samurai waiting for you around one corner. Yeah, no, that's.
Yep. And depending on what route you go, you're gonna get fucked up by bats and get pushed off the edge and die that way.
The bats. I forgot about the bats.
It's rough, but I love it.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows.
You know what else I love, Cody? The Shadow knows. What does he know this week?
Oh boy. So we got a little double pack going on because WrestleMania was last week, so I didn't get to do last week's episode, and also Disney Plus wouldn't have let me even if I was able to. But we got 2 episodes of X-Men 97. We have episode 4 and episode 5. 2 extremely wildly different episodes, and I love it. So episode 4 was also a little bit of a 2-parter. The first part of it was Jubilee's 18th birthday, and her and Sunspot going through and being all happy, and they wanted to do something special for Jubilee's birthday. Magneto was Daddy Magneto and said no. So Jubilee stayed home, and they end up getting tricked by good old Mojo and going into the arcade realm, which is always fun.
Mojo Jojo.
Nah, Mojo Jojo. But it's cool because Basically, Mojo is a character that feeds off of dread, and the way he used to be able to do that was with like radio and TV, and he would be able to just like depress people, and that would be how he gets his power. Well, in this episode, he has now changed to just doing it with video games. So he obviously gets old Jubilee to bite with a Motendo that just shows up in her room, and they get sucked into the arcade game, and it's great. But so it kind of goes on of just like the overarching theme of like, hey, it's time for you to grow up. Like, you know, you gotta grow up. That's all there is to it. And you know, shit keeps happening. They keep finding like random glitches that'll end up saving them, and that's all fun and fine and happiness and all that cool shit. Then it just turns out that there's other versions of Jubilee that Mojo was basically beta testing this arcade game with, and they were helping them out the whole time. So it's cool. And then the second half, we get a little more backstory of what's going on with Storm at the moment. She's currently with Forge, trying to get her powers back and all that kind of stuff. But you learn a little bit about their like history and how Forge is kind of a good guy, kind of not. Like, he's not a bad guy, but he's definitely like, he's in it for himself right now. So he is trying to help her get her powers back, but it's for him. But then some weird like fucking dream sequence bullshit starts happening, and I don't even know what's going on anymore.
It's the ayahuasca.
Big old owl spirit. Great. But yeah, so they kind of just disappear, and that's the end of that episode. Episode 5, though. Boy. This episode, I feel, is probably the best thing that they can do. It is the best thing they will do in this series, and I literally do not see how they top it. I'm not going to get into it because you need to watch it. The first half is all kind of like, it's fucking perfect X-Men. I will tell you, it is just beautiful. Like, the first half is a lot of drama, a lot of like, what's going on, what's this, what's happening, you know, a bunch of like, all right, what the fuck is happening with everybody? Why is all of this starting to blow up? Like, what the hell is going on? And then the second half is just literal like gut-wrenching chaos. You can ask Jeannie, I started tearing up at the end of this episode. And I cannot wait to see what they do, but I literally just do not think that they can top this at all. It's if they do, I will be highly surprised. But they are borrowing from all of the best parts of every single piece of X-Men literature, and I love it. And in this episode, you even get a dance sequence with fucking Ace of Base in the background. How can you get more 90s than that? But yeah, absolutely. Like, if you don't get hooked in after this episode, then you're not a fan. That's just all I'm going to say.
Wow.
God damn. I want to go watch it again. But watch it. Like I said, Snow, I will be very, very, very excited to see how you feel about this episode.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't think that they can top it. I don't see how. Yeah, give it a watch.
Okay. High praise from Cody.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this episode absolutely like fucking 12 out of 10. I just can't. It is, like I said, it is the pinnacle of X-Men. They're even borrowing from some of the like the brand new stories that are still being written in the comics. And there's a teaser of a villain that is a pretty good villain. And honestly, I think it probably will also be tying into the Deadpool Wolverine movie.
Hope it's MODOK.
Yeah, oh, definitely. It's not MODOK. God damn it, it's not
And
MODOK.
come up with a smart ass remark for it.
No, he doesn't deserve that. Fucking MODOK. But yeah. Yep. I as soon as you can, I would get caught up and watch this episode.
All right.
All I got.
All right. Devin,
Devin.
you got things to say? Have you watched anything?
Yeah, I have one thing to say. I would rather live 1,000 years than die with you here.
All right.
Listen, she's cold-blooded. That's coming from somebody who's been suicidal and wanting to be murdered for a whole series. She said that to her husband. That is Mariko from Shogun. Her husband said that because some stuff is going down, right? And somebody's committing seppuku, they're like, hey, whatever, not giving in this way. So Mariko's husband comes up to her and he's like, hey, let's take the poison, die together, husband and wife. And she says, ah. As somebody who is and has been suicidal for her whole life, basically, I would rather live 1,000 years than die with you. Just amazing. And the delivery, everything. Another great episode. It just hits. And we haven't even spoken about the episode before that, where Toranaga-sama's son, a mishap befalls him. This show, literally, did not expect it at all. 100% didn't see it coming. Not to spoil, but brother loses his battle. This show's great. I really don't. I don't have anything bad to say about it. The cinematography, the acting, it's got me wanting to read the book. Not going to, but it's got me wanting to.
Let's just say that Toranaga-sama is like 3 steps ahead of every single person in this. That's all I can say. I thought one thing, and then he's like, "Nuh-uh," and then go watch.
I can't believe he let brother do himself like that.
Feels
unexpected, really.
Loyalty.
I thought he was gonna be like, I thought he was gonna say no, stop, and he didn't. He looked him right in the eyes while he did it. Shogun's so good, man. It is so good. I think it's easy.
10.
Yeah. Definitely. Every snowflake I can give it. All different, all great. I'm gonna have to watch Fallout, obviously, but I think this is an easy contender for show of the year.
IGN, the end all be all of ratings and reviews, gave Fallout a 9. So we'll see.
I'm watching it right after the pod.
No, you're not.
You're probably right.
A lot of episodes. You're already rubbing your eyes.
All right. Anybody else watch anything? Indulge?
I don't want to go into mine because 2 of you are watching One Piece. But I just want to give a shout out to the show for the latest episode because that animation was amazing.
Solid. You know what it reminded me of? Look, it made me think of the pain fight in Naruto.
Oh my god.
Yes, except modern. Like if they did that pain fight today.
If the pain fight wasn't 20 years ago, for sure.
Yes. Like the camera angles in the animation look like real life cinematography.
And
it's so good.
I don't know why Cody's saying no. He ain't watched it.
I need you to hurry up and get to Egghead Island.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be right there.
You
I
only have
watched it.
like 800 episodes to go. It's fine.
I'll be right there next week. No, I was shaking my head because I was waiting to talk, but the pain fight is probably the best Naruto fight. Like, there's maybe one that tops it. But I don't know. I don't even think the end fight is
No.
better than it. I really don't. Just
I-
such a good fight.
I can put a few over it.
I could also put a couple over it, but it's 100% top 5.
Oh yeah, for sure. Even if it's 5, it's top. But
Yeah.